Have you ever opened a dataset and thought, who decided this format was a good idea? You're expecting a clean table, but instead you get this. Multiple items squished into one text string, no separate columns, no consistent structure, just chaos. It's pretty difficult to analyze. But let me show you a way out, using Power Query and, more importantly, using reasoning. We'll break it down step by step, what, why and how, so that by the end you are not just copying clicks, you are thinking like a data analyst. So let's go. At first glance the data looks harmless, but think about what's really happening here. Let's go into Power Query. Select your range and go to the Data tab and click From Table Range. We've got multiple values hidden inside one cell. That breaks Excel's rule, one value per cell. We need to fix that before we do anything else, otherwise pivot tables, formulas, filters, they all break down. So our first step is to split each line into multiple rows, one item per row. Now let's select the items column. We will use Split column option. Click Split column by delimiter. Here you can choose the delimiter you need. Each item is separated by comma and a space, so we can use the custom delimiter, comma, space. By default, it will split the data into columns, but we want to split it into rows, so go to Advanced Settings and choose to split into rows. Now we've got only one supplier item pair for each row. Why does this matter? Because now each row holds a single fact. That's a structure Excel can work with. Next up, we still have values like milk 340 in one cell. Why is that a problem? It's because we need to analyze items as categories and values as numbers, but right now it's a single text string. So we split it. Once more, split column by delimiter. In this case, it's colon space. But this time you don't need to go to the advanced settings. The default value is right what we need. And just like that, we've separated the what milk from the how much 340. Still looks small, but this is the moment our data becomes analyzable. Optionally, you can rename your newly created columns right here in the formula bar. It's useful for clarity. And we also need to pivot it to make a report. As you may remember, we need our items to become columns. So we will select the items column and click pivot. Our values are in the last column called items 2, and we need to sum up the values. But I don't see the sum function in the drop-down list. Why is that so? Let's talk about a sneaky trap. Right now the value column looks like numbers, but they're actually text. Why does this matter? Because text can't be summed up. So select the value column and change type to decimal. This ensures that when we pivot later, Power Query knows it's dealing with numbers, not strings. This small step is crucial. And now we get to the real payoff. Why did we go through all that effort? Because now our data is perfectly shaped for pivoting. Supplier is the group key, item is our new column name, so let's do it once more. Select the item column, go to transform pivot column, set item 2 as the values column, and use sum as the aggregation. Done. You now have a clean summary by supplier, showing total amounts for each item, from the messy text string to this. By the way, if you want your columns to be sorted alphabetically, let's return to the previous step and sort the items column. As you see, the final order of the columns will change. In the real-world examples, you can encounter inconsistent delimiters. So if someone typed milk-340, your split will fail. So always inspect the data first, spot those edge cases. And hey, if this helped, like and subscribe. See ya!